The elegant ballroom was filled with the sound of laughter and chatter, illuminated by the warm glow of crystal chandeliers. It was the night of the engagement announcement for Jungkook, the young CEO of successful company and his chosen bride to be. Van, who had been working as Jungkook's personal assistant for 2 years, was arranging the final touches on the refreshment table. Her heart felt heavy as she had been harboring a secret crush on him for a long time. She had been by Jungkook's side through thick and thin, supporting him in both his personal and professional life. She couldn't deny the deep feelings she had developed for him over the years, although she never dared to speak of them, fearing she would get rejected. Today was the day of her worst nightmare, watching him embrace someone else in a moment that she had always wished could be hers. Vine tried to distract herself by focusing on work when she overheard a conversation between Jungkook's parents and some guests. Jungkook has made such a wise decision, praised one guest. Yes, we are all excited for him to finally settle down, replied Jungkook's mother proudly. Tears threatened to fall from Bayan's eyes as she listened to their conversation. The atmosphere in the room was filled with anticipation and excitement as everyone eagerly awaited the engagement announcement. Van couldn't help but feel a sense of dread knowing that it was her boss Jungkook who was about to be engaged. Unable to suppress her love for him, she had been silently suffering from afar, trying not to let it affect her work life. As the clock struck 9:30 p.m., everyone gathered around for the engagement announcement. Jungkook stood next to his fiancée at the front of the room but couldn't help stealing glances at Van. His mother, a warm and graceful woman, spoke up with a smile. Everyone, we have gathered here today to share a joyous moment. Our dear Jungkook has found his life partner, Ava. She is his childhood best friend. Kindly give them your blessings. As everyone excitedly congratulated the couple, Jungkook caught Van's gaze from across the room. The pained look in her eyes struck something inside him, almost as if he had felt her heart shatter from the distance. It seemed like time stopped when their eyes locked, each feeling a sense of longing yet unable to give voice to their feelings. Just when Van thought she could hold back her emotions no longer and contain her tears, she excused herself from the celebration. Little did she knew that Jungkook had noticed her slip away as his soon-to-be fiancée engaged in conversation with excited family members. Jungkook quickly stole an opportunity to follow after Van. Van stood in the now empty hallway, wiping her tears and cursing herself for being so hopelessly in love with Jungkook. Suddenly, she heard footsteps approaching and turned around to find Jungkook standing right behind her. Are you alright? He asked gently as he approached her. His concern only made things worse for Van, tears welling up in her eyes despite her best efforts to keep them at bay. I'm fine, she lied and blinked away her tears and forced a smile on her lips. Congratulations on your engagement, Mr. Jeon. Jungkook's face was filled with sadness and concern. Look at me, he begged as he cupped Van's face in his hands. Can't you see how much this is tearing me apart? I don't want this life they have chosen for me. Van, feeling her heart race, couldn't believe the words coming out of Jungkook's mouth. Her eyes shone with disbelief as she whispered, What do you mean? Van, he whispered softly, you have always been by my side and supported me unconditionally. I never realized how much it meant to me until now. This engagement was my family's idea, a way to merge two powerful companies. Van, I can't do this anymore, he confessed with urgency in his voice. I am not truly happy with this engagement. Her heart raced as she looked at him in surprise. But sir, your family just announced. He cut her off, grabbing her hands gently. I know it's not what I want. I never thought I'd fall in love with someone who worked for me. But you have borne my heart entirely. Please, man, I know you love me. I have seen it in every little thing you do and the way your eyes lit up when we talk. I regret not realizing it sooner, but I love you. Van stood motionless, her eyes filled with tears, unable to take what he just said. Overwhelmed with tears of joy, Van said, "Yes, Mr. John, I also feel the same way for you. But are you sure about this?" He gently rubbed her hands, which was in his. "Absolutely sure. I have come to realize that the only one person who has always been by my side, supporting me and understanding me is you. I want to build a future with you, Van." Overwhelmed with happiness, Van finally confessed with slight blush, "Sarang ye Jungkook." He wiped away her tears with his thumb. "Sarang ye Van." Jungkook and Van leaned in, their lips meeting in a fiery and passionate kiss. After a while, they pulled out from the kiss and connected their forehead, feeling each other's warmth. Their moment got ruined by Jungkook's mom's voice. "Jungkook, what are you doing with this girl? We announced your engagement a while ago and you are making out here. Do you have any shame left or not?" She angrily shouted at him. Jungkook and Van were shocked first, but Jungkook somehow mustered up the courage to confront his parents. "Mom, I have to tell you something. I love Van. I don't want this marriage." Jungkook's mom's eyes narrowed with a slight smirk. She said something which confused both Jungkook and Van. "I know that. There's nothing new in that." She tried to maintain her cool tone, trying not to smile. Jungkook got confused. "What are you saying, Mom?" Everyone present there burst out laughing. They all were laughing hard, looking at Jungkook's scared face. His mom approached them. "What did you thought? We don't know anything. We knew everything from the start. It's just you who was holding back and not planning to confess your feelings." With confused expression, "What do you mean, Mom?" "Oh my dear Jungkook, you're always talking about Van. We have seen you catching glimpses of her every time we visited office, so we know that you love her from long time. So we planned this all fake engagement announcement thing so that you both can confess to each other," his mother explained with a bright smile. "Yes, Jungkook, it was my plan, and I knew that if we had not done this fake engagement thing, then you wouldn't have confessed to her yet," Ava said while approaching Jungkook. Jungkook and Van both were too stunned to say anything. Jungkook approached his mom and gave her a tight hug. She hugged him back with a wide smile. "Thank you for always understanding and supporting me, Mom," Jungkook expressed with happiness. His mom pats his shoulder and then kissed his cheek after breaking the hug. "How can I let my son suffer? I knew that you had feelings for Van, but you were not confessing, so I planned with Ava to do this all so that you can confess your feelings to her." Jungkook looked towards Ava and made his way towards her. "I'm sorry, Ava, and thank you for doing this all for me." "It's fine, Jungkook. You were not taking any steps, so I had to do this," Ava said with teasing smile. After that, Jungkook gazed at Van, who was overwhelmed with happiness. He approached her and held her hand. "Van, let's be together from now onwards," he said with assuring smile. "Yes," she nodded while a tear of joy dropped from her eye. Jungkook wiped it with his thumb and then brushed his lips against her and kissed her with love and passion. Everyone present there witnessed their love with loud applause. Jungkook and Van blossomed like a beautiful flower, spreading its fragrance to everyone around them. For both Jungkook and Van, the engagement announcement became a turning point in their lives. They decided to follow their hearts against all odds and began to build a life together based on love and support rather than social expectations. Their journey was filled with laughter, love, and support as they not only become a power couple in business world but also each other's pillar of strength in life.